Hello and welcome to this video. This is another video that discusses the chances of DV 2023 applicants when it comes to being scheduled for interview. But this time around, it has to do with their chances by region. In other words, applicants of which regions have the highest chances or the lowest chances when it comes to being scheduled in the DV 2023 program. That is what this video is about. Now, before we get into the meat of this discussion, let me clarify that being from the region where applicants have the lowest chances of being scheduled for interview does not rule out your chances of being scheduled for interview. It is only to say that the probability of you being scheduled for interview in that region is lower than applicants from other regions. But applicants from such a region do have the chance of being scheduled, and many of them have already been scheduled in the DV 2023 program. Another thing is that earlier on, we used a number of criteria to identify the best performing embassies in the DV 2023 program. Now, we are not going to go back into all of the details, but it is based on those same criteria that we have established the following classification of regions as it relates to the chances of applicants in the DV 2023 program. Now, in case you are interested in knowing those criteria, there are links in the description of this video leading to the videos where we discussed those issues. So you can use those links to access those videos and get informed. So without further ado, the region where applicants have the highest chances of being scheduled in the DV 2023 program is North America. Now, it is obvious because North America is the smallest region. It comprises only one country, the Bahamas, and it has the lowest number of selectees, only 16 for the DV 2023 program, which means that it is possible for all of the selectees from the North America region to be interviewed within the space of 1 week. That establishes the North America region as the region where applicants have the highest chances of being scheduled for interview in the DV 2023 program. Next on our list, that is the second region where applicants have the highest chances of being scheduled for interview in the DV 2023 program, is Oceania. In a couple of past videos, I said that the Oceania region has a particularity that I was going to elaborate on. The particularity about the Oceania region is that most of the countries in that region have a low number of selectees in the DV 2023 program. And as we said in a previous video, with a low number of selectees, embassies can interview all of them within a relatively short period, even if those embassies do not begin to work effectively from the beginning of the fiscal year. It is possible for them to still interview all of those selectees or most of them before the end of the fiscal year. The Oceania region has only one country with an average number of selectees, and that country is Fiji. And what is interesting is that the embassy in Fiji is amongst the best performing embassies in the DV 2023 program, as we saw from our embassy performance report. So that makes the OC region to be the second region when it comes to the chances that applicants have of being scheduled in the DV 2023 program. Third on our list is the South America region. The South America region is similar to the OC region. Low number of selectees in most of the countries in that region, with the exception of two, which have an average number of selectees. And as was the case with the OC region, those two countries that have an average number of selectees are amongst the countries with the best performing embassies. In other words, the performance of those embassies can enable the applicants in those two countries to be interviewed within a relatively short period, and the rest of the region having low numbers of selectees means that there is a possibility of interviewing all or most of those selectees within the remaining months in the DV 2023 program. So that justifies why the South America region is considered the third region when it comes to the chances that applicants have of being scheduled for interview in the DV 2023 program. Number 4 on our list is the Europe region. Europe has a mix. That is, you have countries with low number of selectees, average number of selectees, and high number of selectees. But as we saw in that previous video, what is interesting is that the countries with the highest number of selectees are the ones with the best performing embassies in the Europe region, which means that they have the capacity of interviewing all or most of the selectees that are from those countries. And those embassies in the Europe region that have so far not been performing very well do not have many selectees to deal with. So that puts the Europe region in the 4th position when it comes to the chances that applicants in the DV 2023 program have of being scheduled for interview. Number 5 on our list is the Africa region. Like Europe, Africa has a mix. There are countries with low numbers of selectees, some with average numbers of selectees, and others with high numbers of selectees. And there are embassies that are performing well and others are not performing well. Now, as was the case in the Europe region, the embassies that are performing well in the Africa region are generally located in countries with the highest number of selectees, which is very important when it comes to those applicants being interviewed in the DV 2023 program. But unlike the Europe region, there are a number of other countries in the Africa region that have high numbers of selectees, but their embassies have so far not been performing well. And so that puts the Europe region ahead of the Africa region when it comes to chances of applicants in the DV 2023 program being scheduled for interview. And then finally, we have in 6th position, the Asia region. Now, from what we saw in our past videos, the Asia region has countries with high number of selectees, but throughout that region, we did not identify any embassy that was performing well according to our criteria set. The fact that embassies located in countries with high numbers of selectees are not performing as they should from the beginning of the DV 2023 program, along with other realities that the Asia region is experiencing, that allows us to have the Asia region in the 6th position when it comes to the chances that applicants have of being scheduled by region in the DV 2023 program. So this is the classification of the various regions when it comes to the chances that applicants have in the DV 2023 program of being scheduled for interview. Now, remember what I said at the beginning. Being from a region like Asia, where the chances of being scheduled for interview are low, does not rule out your chances of being scheduled for interview. You can still be scheduled for interview in spite of Asia being your region. Now, although there are a number of abnormalities in the DV 2023 program, I encourage you to continue to look out for your interview notification because, as I have been saying, at any time it could show up. I wish you the very best as you continue to look forward to receiving it. So that is it. Until the next video, God willing, goodbye.